Hey, welcome everybody. This should be the last video I do any editing with hit film. I made a post, but I am in the process of switching over from using hit film, which I'd start with hit film express, and just because it was free, and some of these I don't even edit. Some of them I just record and post straight up. Some I edit, and some have required a little more extensive editing. And I am switching over now strictly to Adobe, and so it's a process. I got to learn some stuff, but I wanted to put out a video today. As you guys, if you're a fan of the channel and you've been watching, I've been doing this ongoing thing where I took this base mod where all the known military bases were laid out, and I started updating the nuclear forces to the best of our knowledge what's deployed in 2024 in the nuclear war simulator. In the nuclear war simulator, the nuclear forces they actually deploy are far higher than what's actually deployed. And so it's required extensive amount of changing and adapting of units. And so I have completed the ICBMs, the mobile launchers, the subs, and I am now, the only thing left to do is aerial assets. So for this, I actually deleted all of them. The reason why, they're not been updated, so it's going to skew things quite a bit. So this is just going to look at the ICBM and the sub-launch forces. And this is going to give you kind of a rundown of where I'm going to eventually kind of land on this bigger scenario. And so it's going to represent escalation over multiple days. This I'm going to run pretty quickly, and it's going to be more of a, all out, allowing the AI to do a lot of the targeting. Did I update these? No. The other thing I haven't done is there's a lot that come built in for the Russians for cruise, nuclear cruise missile subs. And so I actually took those out too, because that's something I haven't updated yet. I think I do have... Let me do something here, though. Little quick update there. So what is it going to look like? Let's go ahead. It's pause. Let's get started. So I'm going to start with the most simple one. Let's go Britain. Let's go tagline target country. So I'm going to do a mix. Counter value, counter force, and all these. What we're going to see on the actual scenario, especially if you've seen some of the ones where I looked at the first few days, it'll start far more in the counter force and then land more towards the counter value as the conflict drags on. This is more of a quick overview, high level. So I'm going to balance the targeting for the UK between Russia and China. UK is in a very unique situation where they've only really got one sub deployed at any one time. Let's go ahead and let's look at France. So for France, first let me get rid of these bombers. And I actually had France done, but since I'm taking everyone else bomber-wise, since I'm taking everybody else's out, I'm taking French ones out too. Okay, let's see here. So we'll do one. And then the other 50-50. Those are pretty easy. Let's go Russia. It's going to be a little more difficult. Give it 50%. So I'll go 50% the United States. Let's go 30% China. %, France, 5%, UK, and 5% Germany. Let's look at China. Country, let's start. I'm gonna go 50% United States, 30% Japan, 10% South Korea, 5 and 5. Go United States. Sorry, let's go North Korea. Did I miss at the top? Yes, I did. I don't know why I always miss that. Target country. Let's do 50% South Korea, 30% United States, 20% Japan. It's interesting. Well, I know why I'm not clicking on that one, but let's go United States now. Target country. Do 10%, 30%. 60%. India, target country. So they're going to target each other. Israel is going to go 100% of its military force. Because there's no bases laid out for Iran, so we're going to basically do that. All right, this isn't perfect, but it's going to give a very brief, high-level overview. Truth is, it would be, Russia would be targeting more than just United Kingdom, France, and Germany. Question, okay, why is targeting China? there's a lot of contingency plans, and this is going to escalate to some conflict with them as well. Let's go ahead. We're already seeing some stuff lighten up now across the world. Man, if you're at NORAD, you're like, oh crap, guys. This is not looking good. So when I do my actual scenario, it'll be a lot more in depth. You've seen it with the first few days video, which will be linked down in the description. If you haven't seen those, check them out. I got the first few days of a NATO-Russian nuclear escalation. I have the next few days of that. I have the first few days of a South China Sea escalation. And so this is just a real high level with what forces I've updated so far to give you an idea with computer AI. I've tested the AI versus my manual targeting. I've done several videos doing that. Pretty much all my videos nowadays are all manual targeting. I did this one. This is more of a quick thing. And I'd say pat myself on the back, but I generally do a much better job than the AI when it comes to evaluation of the targets. But even in this, they're going to mix military targeting locations, but the reality is that, you know, there's a ton of bases here. Not every base is going to be a priority. You know, Russia would be prioritizing ICBM locations, SAC headquarters, Omaha, Cheyenne, Washington, of course. Just like we'd be targeting the equivalent locations for Russia. But still, though, it's always good to see this to get an idea. I mean, look how many warheads are flying around right now. This is just insanity. And we're only 24 minutes in. And so we've already had a lot of stuff landing. We're having stuff detonated in Russia. Let's take a look at the United States. Most of my viewers in the United States and or United Kingdom. I appreciate. I'm sure it'd be hard unless they're English speakers in Russia and other places to be able to view. I'd love to be able to put out subtitles, high quality subtitles in other languages, so other people can kind of take a look at the videos and stuff and get their perspective. I've gotten some perspectives. Some of the early videos I did, they're like, "What about SARMATs?" I actually added SARMATs in, so there is some silos with limited amount with SARMATs on here now. Other common one is the Poseidon, the nuclear tsunami maker. I did not put anything in there for that, and it's bullshit anyways. Oh, I have a video I did on the Poseidon weapon system. I'll put a link down there. Let's just say that it's crap. A real tsunami has thousands of times the force, energy of the largest nuclear bomb ever detonated, which would be the Tsar Bomba in a test. It's just, don't believe the headlines. Would it be a good thing? No, of course not. I mean, come on. Don't be stupid. A nuclear tipped torpedo is never going to be a good thing. But we don't even know, they haven't even operationally deployed them yet. We don't know the actual true size of the warhead. They're saying 200 megaton or whatever thing. I mean, it's not even useful. Got one last little guy here. Let's zoom in. Let's see where this guy's going. Baton Rouge. Apparently I did miss, because I see some planes right here. I didn't delete all of them, but I'm going to stop the sim well before they get anywhere close to launching their weapons. So, let's take a look. Casualties. Oh, I missed one surface ship too up here. Let's see. Doesn't look like it fired off any of it. Maybe it did. I don't know. It's not. Whatever. It's not a lot. There's a ton of stuff on here. It takes, inevitability. All right. Let's take a look. Move this out of the way. Let's look at Fallout for a second. Terrible. Oh, man, look at that. Any type of confined, like, island nation is going to definitely take a beating versus countries with less dense populations. Not a lot in Japan. North Korea got lit up. Yeah, I didn't mess around, like I said, with the India and Pakistan too much. It wasn't a big hot priority. So we have the United States. Okay. Interesting that they have one missile still left. So let's take a look by the numbers here. China, almost 75 million. Germany, 34.6 million. Russia, 27.4 million. United Kingdom, 21.9, basically say 22 million. Let's take a look at some other countries here. Austria, 122,000. Belgium, 99,000. $10,000 Canadians. Czech Republic, Denmark, France, 11.4 million. Germany, 34.6 million. Hong Kong, 50,000. India, 455,000. Iran, 1.3 million. We have Italy, Isle of Man. Japan, almost 10.8 million. Latvia, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Mexico, 50,000. Monaco, North Korea, 13.9 million. I mean, it's like 50% of their population. Pakistan, 3.9. Poland, 1.2 million. Puerto Rico, 32,000. 27.4 thousand Russians. 13.5 million South Koreans. 827,000 Swiss. So neutrality doesn't mean a lot when you got Fallout dousing you. I would be curious if the mountainous terrain would be a large benefit there. Syria, struck in Russian bases there. UAE, United Kingdom, United States, 21.9 million. So overall, 232,187,700 casualties. And these, of course, as pointed out many, many times, these are just immediate casualties. This wouldn't be long-term effects. Not a lot left. So Still some nuclear forces left. So they would have capabilities for some follow-on strikes. So we'll see when when I do my video with all the manual targeting, you're going to see probably casualties much higher. Although they're not going to be as high if you saw my all-out videos, like where I did, all-out Chinese strike on the United States. Again, the link's going to be in the description, or all-out Russian strike on the United States, and then vice versa. Why are they not going to be as high? Because those ones I were doing with manual targeting was strictly going after population centers, and it probably wasn't the most realistic thing, because strikes are going to be a balance of targeting locations. But this just gives you kind of a quick eye level overview. Check it out though. Like I said, keep watching. I got like and subscribe. I got my real video. I should say real video. This is a real video. It exists. It's not imaginary. But I have my one that I'm working on and have been now for quite some time, that this is kind of the base model of. Hopefully I'll have that out, the first part, sometime next week. So, looking forward to it. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.